Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video we are here for Taliban Hanako-Kun Season 2, Episode 22, I believe. Now, I actually checked this time before. And, yeah, we, last episode, spent a good bit of the time with Yashido, met a guy named Katakuri, who is, definitely going to be important at some point. There's no way he's just showing up once and never going to show up again, but he was one of the people who was sacrificed, which is this, they all apparently go to this, like, a cavern that's right next to the red house that, like, Yashido went through a brick wall to get. How everything functions is so unbelievably confusing. But yeah, we got a peek into Tsukasa and Amane's story, where a man that runs a shrine that used to be the Misaki Shrine in the past, the current man who the head of the shrine, met Tsukasa and Amane's mother, and back when they were younger, obviously, like 50 years ago or however long ago it was, and basically Amane and Tsukasa's mother realized something about Tsukasa that was not him. At least that is what she claims, that was not him. And you know what, I'm just gonna cut myself off because there is so much going on and I have so many questions, but we'll see where we go from here. So, per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So, feel free to check out either of those over your own will. Now, without further ado, straight into Taliban Hanako-Kun Season 2, Episode 22. Yeah, I'm curious what they're gonna do to try to get out of the Red House now, because Yashido is back to Ko and Tsukasa, so let's see. This episode is also called Tsukasa and Amane, which is scary. Little recap here, I guess. They wouldn't be doing this recap if he was not important. It's drying off. Oh shoot, this is her recounting to Ko. Yes, he did. If he had given in to one of those wishes, he probably would not be here. Damn, he's younger than Tiara. It is interesting because, like, could you just imagine being like an age where you have like at 4 you could start making memories, but like close to infantile amnesia, like he's still at the age where you're not going to remember like anything, and so, but he's just at that age forever. I can't even imagine what that's like because I don't remember when I was 4. I cannot feasibly remember when I was 4. So being in a constant state of being that age, how does your brain work? How do you log memories? Are you even able to? I mean, it's just like, it's such an interesting thought, I guess. Trying to imagine what life like that would be like. There you go, I'm trying to get information. Damn! I guess I'm neutral. Wow! It feels like she's obviously just answering that so that Tsukasa will give her information, because it's clear he wants to know if you love them before he's going to tell you, like, personal information. And Tsukasa is very obsessed with asking people if they love him or not, which you can equate that back to the backstory where he asked Amane, "Do you love me?" before sacrificing himself for Amane's health. So you can assume that's kind of where his obsession with asking people, like, do you love me and things like that comes from. But damn, Yashido just saying it, because I mean, it is true, she does, most definitely. So it's also both her appeasing Tsukasa, so he'll give her information, and also just, you know, for the first time outwardly admitting the truth that we all know to be the case. Then we match. See, and Tsukasa's thinking it like familial love, like he loves his brother. Oh, okay, where are we going? I'll tell you all of. Ooh. Yes, he's not telling any information about himself, just his brother. This is the first wish I got granted. Huh. Oh, this is gonna be a good episode, I can already tell. Full of lore and all the above. I'm so pumped. You know, I was thinking about it. I really do wonder if Amane knows that Tsukasa sacrificed himself for him. I would be really curious on whether Amane knows that information. If he knows the Tsukasa that he knows that he supposedly killed, as far as we understand, if he knows that Tsukasa was not the real one, but even then we don't know that for like full confirmation. There's still a ton of questions we have regarding that and what exactly is going on there, how a duplicate Tsukasa just appeared 6 months later. Like, I have so many questions about that still. I mean, there's so many unanswered questions, it's hard to make theories about what's even going on here, who knows what, or like, it's just crazy. There's a lot going on, but I say that in a good way. I really love all the information we're getting here. I think I've said this before in a previous episode. This is probably we're like only a couple episodes into this arc, and it's probably my favorite of the entire series. I think it's so good how so many different plot lines are all being brought in together. Back when Amane was sick, obviously. Oh, ooh, this is how he meets that being, isn't it? No, it's Amane's ball. Why is Tsukasa so adorable? Tsukasa is absolutely adorable. His first wish granted was whatever this creature is throwing the ball back to him. Oh my god, that is terrifying. Oh, it gave him his ball back in exchange for the lizard. That was the first wish that was granted, was getting his ball back. And it's the fact that Tsukasa didn't outwardly say, I want this wish granted. He was just like, the ball, where to go? I can't see it. And it just granted that wish, because it probably read his mind and was like, I want to get my ball back. And so it granted the wish without Tsukasa even really confirming that's what he wants to do or anything. That's scary. Because you could have a thought about something you want, and they could just do it for you without you even being able to consider the consequences. Okay, Amane's not super sick here. Just trying to tell him about. I guess Amane is still kind of locked away in the house. They're not letting him go out. He's in like his bed and all the above. Made my wish come true. I love this VA is incredible. Megami, I forget her name, I'm so sorry. But she is an incredible voice actress. The way she differentiates Tsukasa and Amane's voices, it's the same VA doing them, but despite the fact that they sound similar, you can also tell distinct differences in the way they talk and the pitch, and it's just incredible voice acting work for both of them, especially comparatively speaking to their like older voice. I was gonna say adult, but there's older voices of the Amane that we know in present and the Tsukasa we know in present sound different from their kid ones, but still different from each other as well. It's incredible. It's like she's voicing 4 different characters effectively. And Amane's reading a book on stars there, it looks like. Yeah, but he went right back to it. So he started coming back every day. It's interesting to get this information. So he didn't just like randomly meet this wish granter and then get his wish granted for Amane's health to come back. This was a back and forth thing they had going on for a long time. Whatever this being is built up that trust in Tsukasa. It did eventually speak to him as well. It's not speaking to him right now, but whenever Tsukasa was going to give his own life and jump down that like hole, it spoke to him. Oh my god. Yep. It likes things that are in the way. I love the way they did that. It still paints Tsukasa in kind of a twisted light, even as a kid before he gave up his own life and became possibly the Tsukasa that we know currently. This Tsukasa still has a kind of twisted air to him. The fact that he's just willing to give up a living being just like that. I love it. Like, you can just, there's something in his eyes that just feels off. I don't know how to put it. So yeah, it's all about lives and things like that. And it gave him the 2nd volume of that book series. Ooh, it's parroting what Tsukasa said. So that's how it learned to talk. It parroted and listened to what Tsukasa said and learned language via Tsukasa. That's interesting. What is this being? Because like apparitions and things like that usually come from being a human in the past or things like that. And obviously there's apparitions that just appear and exist and things like that. But I don't, this one is interesting. I really have no idea what this could be. You can tell it's kind of slurring the words trying to parrot him. So we got the book, but Amane was getting so... I guess Amane had like pretty constant spills of being sick. It's that kind of thing where some days he's fine and some days he's not. And then eventually obviously it progressed to where he was on death's door effectively. He made a wish with a god. And yeah, Tsukasa didn't seem to grasp the concept that his brother is horribly sick. Oh god. I hate seeing Amane like this, man. He just looks so... I feel so bad. He's just struggling. He's trying to keep like a, you know, good face around his brother and all the above. He's like, yeah, I'll read it later. But he's like so clearly miserable and suffering. It just sucks to see. Any kids with illness always fucks me up, which I feel like it should for anybody. Like, you don't want to see a kid sick. It's just really... It's hard to watch, especially when the kid is seemingly as good-natured as Amane is here, and like he's trying to keep up his spirits and all the above around his brother and things like that, even though he's obviously not feeling good. So he's just great, and just sucks to see him like this. And so he's just gonna continue sacrificing more. Yep, more and more creatures he would sacrifice, life over and over and over again. Until he eventually gave up his own. Look, it's interesting how that being, oh my god, he'd give up cats and shit too. Jesus, it's just interesting how far Tsukasa will go for the one. It's very twisted how far this kid will go for the ones he loves, but also of course it's in a situation that is supernatural by nature. Like, kids aren't really thinking of morality and things like that, but I would say some kids can think of morality earlier on, but some obviously that's not something on their mind as a kid, so they're just like, oh yeah, I can help my brother by giving up this animal. I mean, it's just not something they're thinking about super deeply. But I also just feel like you can kind of see Tsukasa is not your normal kid. Even before whatever the hell happened and he gave up his own life, got trapped in this house, and then a different Tsukasa, we still know what's going on with that, took his place, and is as twisted as that one is. It's interesting. Even this one is still, I say put twisted in quotations, because what he's doing is out of the love for the people that he loves, but what he's doing to show that love is not normal. He's effectively killing creatures, giving up their lives to appease the ones he loves. Yeah, the book is right there as Amane sleeps away. How long is a while? I also feel so bad for their mother. Like, I feel so bad for the mother in the way that, like, Amane got better. She thought her child was just going to die. And he got better, and then a few months later her other child disappeared for 6 months, so she was distraught about that. Came back, and then she's like, oh my god, elated, my child is back. And then she, mother's intuition, realizes that's not my child. Like, I can't even imagine the emotions that would put you through over, like, and this all happens within like a 1 year span, essentially. Like that, I can't imagine the kind of whirlwind that would put you through emotionally, going through shit like that with your kids. And then also, I was thinking about it. It's interesting because the incident with this family was phrased, I can't remember the exact phrasing of it, but it was talked about as, I was just tripped, I was trying to balance on one leg. It was phrased as a thing of like, I don't remember now, but it was phrased in a specific way that implied the parents did the killing, which we know when their whole family died, like a murder suicide, I believe they said it was, or something like that. But it was phrased in a way where it sounded as though the parents did the killing of the whole family, like the parents killed the family, then one of the parents, whichever one it was, killed themselves. But we know that's not the case. What a lot of people probably believe is that the mother going insane about her child, which she was right, but you know, people thinking she's going insane about her child not being her child, and then they probably think she killed them all and then killed herself. But we know Amane killed Tsukasa, which is puts a huge wrench in what people publicly or seemingly believe went down at the Red House in the first place. There's just this arc is so good. There's so many tidbits and just it's so good. So much information's all over the place, and trying to piece it all together is so much fun. But Amane did not get better. He only got worse. And Tsukasa just doesn't understand. Yep, and he finally... Jesus. Finally, after so long, just Tsukasa just clearly is not comprehending that his brother is very ill and can't come out. He just, obviously, kid just doesn't understand it because he's not in the situation himself. And Amane, it just, for the first time, lashes out here after trying to keep up a good spirit about it, because it's just getting worse. Aww. I never need anything else. That is a huge line that Tsukasa took to heart. That is a huge line that Tsukasa took to heart. If I could be healthy like you, I'd never need anything else. Because Tsukasa's been going and sacrificing all these animals for, you know, just objects to give Amane and things like that, like the book and whatever it may be. He just got all these things for Amane, but Amane can't do anything with those because he's not healthy. And so Tsukasa took this line to heart here about I never need anything else, and he gave up his own life so that could be the case. Did he just lick his tears? What the fuck was that? The angle's hard to tell what he did. It looked like he licked his tears. Like I said, I love what Tsukasa did for Amane and the whole story about their family, and Amane eventually killing Tsukasa despite Tsukasa literally saving his life is so tragic and sad. But you could already tell Tsukasa, even now as a kid here, is not exactly normal. I don't think it's too crazy for me to say that. He's done several things in this episode that are just, even for like a kid that maybe, you know, doesn't understand, obviously a 4-year-old kid doesn't understand how the world works and fully understand morality or themselves. They don't have a sense of self yet or things like that. But you could just tell even actions that he's taken is not normal for what a kid would do. I don't know. This whole situation is really interesting. And that's when he sacrifices himself. Yep, and he's been stuck here ever since. Yeah. And this Tsukasa doesn't know that Amane is dead. That's interesting. Man. He just doesn't. I think there might have been a comment, I can't remember, but I think somebody was talking about how when Amane got apparition sickness in, I think, one of the after school episodes, I think it was one of the after school episodes, there were, I can't remember what the comment was, but it was something about that and his reaction to it, because he was never able to get sick because of Tsukasa's wish. Amane could never get sick again. So I think there was something to do with somebody mentioning, I hate that I'm forgetting the comment now, but it was interesting somebody pointing out that correlation with what went down in the after school episode where he got the apparition sickness. It's just so sad that Tsukasa's detailing like all the things that Amane can go do now, but Amane is dead, which, I mean, he can't really, I mean, he can do these things technically as an apparition. He can do these things, but he can't do them alive. Tsukasa wished his brother well so he would live, and he's dead anyway. His colds will get better in no time. Oh, and there is the nail in the coffin. Oh, man. God damn. Everything in this arc is so sad. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. This show has just been a just never-ending train wreck of sadness as of late. Sadness and pain. He doesn't know.
Hanako-Kunは
He never grew up, but Tsukasa doesn't know. He's been in this house ever since then. Ever since they were 4.
星を取ってきてくれるんだって
And bring me back a star. Damn. Oh my god. That is so sad.
取ってきてくれるんだ楽しみお母さんもお父さんもママネもみんな嬉しい司くん
God damn. God damn. Whew. Damn. No tears were flowing, but oh man, were the eyes watering. Oh my god. That's so sad. Oh my god, that's so sad.
司くん
お前はどうなんだ花子が元気になったとしても代わりにお前がいなくなったんじゃ
What's the point if you're gone instead?
ママネ俺のこと嫌いだもん
Oh no, and he thinks he... Oh my god. He thinks he hates him. Oh, oh my god. I'm not okay. Oh my god, dude, this episode is out to kill me. Oh my god, man. What the fuck? Tsukasa. Ooh, my Jesus! I can't move on. This is fucking me up. He took like that scene where Amane, he literally like tackled Amane on their birthday and was like, "Do you love me?" And Amane said, what was it? I need to go back and I need to figure out what the exact line was, because there was a certain line that was not directly saying anything. Yeah, he said, of course I do. He didn't directly say, I do love you. He said, of course I do. Yeah, because then you can see Tsukasa after go, of course. Oh, right. And then that's directly after that is where he goes and sacrifices himself. Oh my... Oh, man! This is fucked. This is fucked. It's just so fucked. And so you could assume because of that response there, Tsukasa seems to have taken it as he hates me. And that whole maybe that outlash that Amane had when he was sick, Tsukasa took to heart as like, maybe, you know, as a kid you take things to heart in different ways than, you know, a normal rational adult would think of them. And so maybe he took that lash out to be, Amane hates me. This is when their mom passed. What used to be normal isn't anymore, and it never will be again. Damn. Yep. Just going through all the people Ko himself has lost, and the people that he knows have lost people that were close to Ko as well. I mean, it's just... yeah. Like, you can't... It's so hard, because obviously Tsukasa gave up his own life because he loves his brother, and he believed his brother didn't love him, so it wouldn't matter if he was gone. As long as it made his brother, who he loves, better, it wouldn't matter if he's gone, because his brother, he doesn't think his brother loves him in the first place. That is... Oh, no, the tears are not coming again. It's not happening. That is, like, absolutely heartbreaking. I can't even. That is so sad. That's just... I can't move on with this episode. This is so unbelievably sad. Oh my god. And obviously we know that Amane loved his brother. There's been nothing to indicate he genuinely hated Tsukasa. Nothing at all. No, he wasn't fine at all. But then again, he did kill him later on, but we still don't know what happened or anything there. Yeah, that's why he died before he could grow up. I wonder, hear me out on this, I wonder if he figured out that Tsukasa wasn't the real one, and that's why he killed him. I'm just tossing the idea out there, I don't really know, but what if he killed him because he realized he wasn't the real Tsukasa? I don't know, and he realized his own brother sacrificed his life so he could live, and he didn't like that. He didn't want that or something. I don't know. I'm just tossing theories out here, just crackpot theory crafting at this point because I have no idea. But I was also thinking about it a second ago. What if what happened was Amane kills Tsukasa, Amane kills himself, and then the parents see it and then kill themselves? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of any possible that could be, so that's probably wrong, but I'm trying to think of any reality for understanding how this entire family died. I just have no earthly idea. I have no idea. Just a possible theory. So I died before he could grow up. Damn, Ko is just, oh man. Clearly, after killing his little brother. Jesus, I don't even, was that a good idea to drop that information on him? I mean, I get, it's like Ko very much sees like he wants to, he doesn't want to leave Tsukasa thinking he wasn't loved, basically. That obviously that's what he's doing. That's why he's telling like Tsukasa like, no, that's not it at all. Like all these people, when their loved ones die, it hurts so badly for them because they love you, and it was very much the same for Tsukasa. But damn, it's just, I don't even know. This episode is so good. This might be one of my favorite episodes of the entire show. We're only 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in. I'm gonna make it so that doesn't happen. He does. Is he assuming that the Tsukasa that we know is not real? You know, I just had a theory. Okay. Yorishiros, right, can be people, but Yorishiros can be anything from a person's life, right? So, no, but that wouldn't make sense. I was going to say Amane made Tsukasa into his Yorishiro, because we know Amane is sealed. He has a seal on him. And Tsukasa also has one that happened to be the same color as, the same like color in like the black and red as what Sumire had on her, and she was a Yorishiro. So I question, I was gonna say something along the lines of like, what if Amane made Tsukasa into his Yorishiro and that brought him to fruition at that age? But that can be immediately disproved by the fact that Tsukasa appeared 6 months later. The Tsukasa appeared 6 months later after he disappeared, and they grew up to the point where then Amane killed him. So they grew up, so it's still, my theory is still in place that Tsukasa is Amane's Yorishiro, but that theory doesn't make sense because they both grew up before Amane killed him, and then Amane probably made Tsukasa as an apparition his Yorishiro. See, that's what I'm thinking too, but I feel like I don't know. I really don't know. What if it's possible that the being that took Tsukasa's life in exchange for making Amane healthy again then imparted itself in Tsukasa or something? Or like, I don't know, how would you create, or maybe it gave itself, because we never saw it, right? Maybe it can mimic human appearances. I have no idea. With the way that the Red House is able to read people's minds and their desires and clearly their memories as well, maybe this supernatural being, this apparition, whatever it is, has the power to take the form of a human, and using Tsukasa's memories that it has, because it has now taken him as a sacrifice, it just took his place and then grew up alongside Amane. It just took his place until Amane then one day killed it. it's not Tsukasa. And the way that the being was talking to the shrine head about the way the being was talking to Tsukasa was talking to the shrine head about wishes and telling him his wish was going to be granted. What other being has like mind reading wish powers other than the being that functions in this house? So it really feels like that being might have taken human form as Tsukasa, and using Tsukasa's memories replaced Tsukasa as Amine's brother, and then grew up. Maybe it can change its form, so it saw Amine growing and then did the same thing to itself. This is such an insane theory, but I don't think it's just I'm just, because if Tsukasa's a fake, that questions how is he a fake, what is he a fake, what being is faking him. Like it brings into so many other questions, and then you have to try to figure all that out as well, and that's what I'm trying to do. Although this whole dialogue that I'm having this entire episode is so all over the place. I'm so sorry. I've been yapping so much, but it just feels like there's so much to try to theorize about and digest and all the above. So anyway, sorry, I know I've been yapping so much this video.
花子くんの弟じゃないかもしれないってこと？
かもしれません。
Literally what I theorized earlier, that he killed him because it wasn't actually Tsukasa. So are they gonna try to... Interesting. So they're gonna try to bring Tsukasa back to the real world, out of this house. I just don't think you can take him from this house, though.
誰も殺さないでいられる？
そしたら未来が変わる。今のこの状況だってもしかすると。
Interesting. So they're basically interpreting it as this house is in the past. They're interpreting it as if they bring Tsukasa. I question what they're talking about here. Changing the future. If you brought Tsukasa out of this house, he would just be brought to modern day. Amine will still have killed Tsukasa in the past, no? I'm a little confused here. Let me get these again. If we can send this kid back where so Ko is thinking of trying to send Tsukasa back into the past, basically. How the fuck we do that? I don't know, but he's thinking of trying to do something like that, clearly. Okay. I think I understand now. And it's not insane to say that, yeah, the future could change and Amine won't die, he'll grow old and all the above. Okay, yeah, so then Yashido here was questioning how the hell we do that. Yeah, exactly. Yashido, you have some experience going to the past. I mean, Yashido, I know she doesn't know how she's doing it, but she's done it twice now where she has gone to the past. The first time was when she went to the classroom where Amine was and he ran past her, and then the second one was when Amine and Tsukasa were kids at a festival and she appeared there as well. So that's twice now she has gone to the past. It has happened, but she doesn't know how she's triggering it at all or anything like that. One of them was a door she opened led her there, in that weird like door dimension, like the in-between space, and then the second one she was in at a festival for apparitions and suddenly ended up at a festival for you know, people in the past. I'm trying to think. I remember Yasuda just got like knocked out or something, but I don't remember what by that led her to going to the past. I don't remember. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Whatever would you do without me? When in doubt, Minamoto Teru. I just fear you're definitely not going to be able to get Tsukasa out of this house. I just don't think so.
てわけだ。この家出るぞ。兄ちゃんと一緒に生きてけよ。
あまねと？
そうだよ。きっとお前が戻ってきたら喜ぶぜ。
そっかな。俺がいない方が嬉しいよ。
Oh no.
直接そう言われたのか?
Did he tell you that himself, or are you just assuming? Yeah.
一緒にいりゃ。
Exactly. It's very, very kid way of thinking, like, I had a fight with my brother, he hates me. Oh, he hates me, he doesn't love me. Like a very childlike way of thinking, like, if you have a fight or something like that, then they just hate you. This is very much how a child would think. So you gotta tell it to him and be like, you can always make up from a fight and just things like that. And if Amine didn't tell you that himself, then you're making an assumption about it. You don't actually know if that is the case. Oh. This episode is evil, dude. Oh no, 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 no! Now you've got him. It's like, I'm so happy that he's like realizing that his brother might actually love him and he doesn't hate him and he wants to go back. But oh my god, when you're not going to be able to take him back, he is going to be crushed for the first time in however many decades he has been in this house. He wants to go see his brother again. He wants to go be in the world of the living again. And I don't think they're gonna be able to get him out of here. Oh, no. It's gonna be soul crushing when we can't get him out of here. Oh my god. Jesus! Is the house is attacking us for maybe Tsukasa saying he wants to go see Amane again and he wants to leave is like a trigger for the house being like, nope, that's not happening. Jesus! Yes. Okay, Ko. Oh my god. Yeah, so that was supposed to be Amane's room and it just... He's doing okay. Yeah, I literally took Amane's room and just sealed it off after he said he wanted to see Amane again. You saved the kid, so that's fine. I wouldn't. You're speaking too soon. Speaking too soon. Go grab Tsukasa. Go grab Tsukasa. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus! Yeah, this is bad. If this keeps up, yes. Oh, Ko. What an angel. Ko is just such an angel. Oh my god. Where they're literally on the, like getting attacked by this fucking whatever wall. They're getting attacked by the building, essentially. And all he's telling Tsukasa to do is just think about what he wants to do when he gets back to Amane. Oh my god. Literally the festival that Yashido went to. You remember that? Yes. What the fuck? Oh. I keep focusing on these lights that Tsukasa was looking at as well. Where the hell are we now? Whoa, I love that shot. Hey! Oh my god. Damn, Ko put in that middle schooler strength to lift up an entire bookshelf. Uh-oh. Oh my god, it crushed her leg. Oh my god! Oh my god! How do we get out of here? It's gonna be Tsukasa is gonna have to like be like, I'm not leaving. He's gonna have to tell the house he's not leaving. Jesus. Ooh, the light again there. Tsukasa was looking... What did he do? What did he do? Oh, the house doesn't... This kid is so smart! He's a little bit psychotic at times, but this kid is so smart! Oh my god! How's Yashido doing now? His I love Tsukasa so much. Oh my god. The actual Tsukasa. Oh shit. I don't know, this could be another thing where it's showing you it's granting your wish. It's granting your wish, which is we need to be careful about this. I love how it's just what I was just thinking about this now. What I love about that speech earlier that Ko gave to Tsukasa when he was yelling at him, that's Ko talking to the person who killed Mitsuba. Mitsuba was already dead, but killed the apparition Mitsuba. Tsukasa did that, but Ko was the one there, you know, trying to tell him that he is loved by his family. I think that's so just telling of Ko's character. If there wasn't enough evidence for how good of a person Ko is, I think that only adds to it. And also, to be fair, he had at that point come up with the theory of differentiating the apparition Tsukasa from this one, so he's kind of maybe put a block there, a difference between them. You know, as far as it'll go, he still calls him like kid and all the above because, you know, Tsukasa still looks like Tsukasa. So, but it's just, we love Ko. That's the bottom line. I think is the message there. We love Ko. I'm gonna letter. Happy you came to see me. Oh, is he not gonna come with them when they leave? And he's not there. Why are they doing this? Oh my god! And he's not there. What? Oh no! What the fuck? Tsukasa's last. Oh. I don't like this episode! This is my god! And they were just holding hands on the way out. When I get home, I'm gonna write a letter to you, Kokun, and Nene-chan. I was happy you came to see me. I'm not okay this episode. Ugh. Did they like dispel the curse or something? What was keeping the house alive? Was it Tsukasa being there? And this is him like being set free? I don't know. Did they effectively just kill Tsukasa? What just happened? Oh my god, dude. You couldn't make it out. No! I just didn't go because I thought I shouldn't. And he ruins it all himself. What? That's it? What? You're rolling credits? What the fuck? This is the best episode of this entire show. This is the best episode of this entire show. What? My jaw is on the fucking floor. I have so many questions. What the fuck? I'm gonna obviously go back over that scene in a minute. I'm gonna let the episode play out first. What the fuck? Yeah, we need a rope or something if we want to get down that well. Oh, Jesus. On its own timeline. So essentially when he went down that hole and gave up his own life, he was dead. He was no longer alive, which I think we basically kind of had already came to that conclusion last episode or 2 episodes ago, that giving up his own life meant that he was dead. He died, was trapped in the Red House effectively. But then again, it's also the thing of like, you're saying it exists on its own timeline in that like he died long before our present. Does that mean them going into the Red House was them going into the past? So essentially the Red House, was it burned down how it is, and they saw an older version of the Red House that the general public doesn't see? I would assume that like the burned down house might have been what was there, and oh, this is so confusing. Hold on, I'm trying to collect my thoughts here. So that burned house, right? It was burned after they came out of it. You can assume the house being all put together and stuff like that, they saw was this other timeline, older version of the house. My thing is, so I'm trying to think about it. Did Yashiro and Ko, hold on, I'm really trying to collect my thoughts here. So when they went in that house, they were going into the past, essentially. They were heading into the past. So you could assume that the Suka said that they met in there. The weirdest thing about this, though, is that Yashiro pointed out he was warm and had a pulse. He was alive. But maybe they went into the past shortly after Tsukasa sacrificed himself? I don't know. This whole statement here at the end is very confusing. So, because now I'm just trying to figure out, was the Red House burned down and then they saw a fake version of the Red House and they entered that probably nobody else can see, that everybody else, I would assume, sees the burned down version of it, because that visual at the end showed Tsukasa looking out and it like highlighted the house being intact. It was like burning in that little okay, well, this is really fucking with me. It's hard to collect my thoughts and speak on them well, so I apologize. This whole talk is very all over the place. So they went into the past when they went into the Red House. They went into the past. When Tsukasa burned down the building like we saw there at the end, we saw that building burning down. Was that them changing the past? Was the house actually standing and it was totally fine? Like people just they barred it off, people don't go in there. They went in the house and it was standing fine. But when they went into the house, they went into the past. And when Tsukasa burned the building down there, changed the present to where now the house is burned down. It's just ruins. Is that what happened there? And I this video is an hour long, and I still have not even begun to remotely delve into the scene that happened before the credits rolled. Let's let this play out now. I think I have a baseline theory for what happened and why the house is burned down now, but they were able to go into it before. I think they literally changed the past when Tsukasa burned the house down. Oh my god, my brain. My brain! It hurts! Oh my god! True. Yeah, I think I saw a comment about that as well. That someone was saying the reason that cavern is there is similar to the way they would sacrifice Sumire. They sacrificed people in older generations in that hole, and the house was built either over it or near it. No geographical sense. That well, maybe? That well that they were looking in? Well, there you go. Oh. That's fair. They've had quite a damn day. And hungry. Or he was going to? Oh, and he ruined it. Oh my god! Jesus. And he's big! Hello, Tiara! I needed this bit of comedy at the end of this episode. Dear God, this has been a trip. Sagan is... Tiara's first appearance in the mainline series here, or I think she might have appeared for like a split second in like earlier this season, maybe, if I'm remembering correctly. But this is her first time, interacting with our main cast. The fact that her first thing she says is that she wants pizza. She's adorable. Shrimp pizza? Oh, Jesus! Oh my god, man. After all that, I so needed that comedy segment there at the end. Fuck me, what just happened here at the end of this episode? Because, yeah, the house, like, fades back into existence here as it's burning down, but they're only seeing ruined remains. The truth is, I know how to go home. I just didn't go because I thought I shouldn't. You're going back. And that thing is speaking to him. It's literally a hole in his chest that we never saw before. I decided to stop not doing anything too. What does that mean? Okay. I think I might have a theory. Maybe. I'm trying to put the pieces together in my head here. What if Tsukasa is Tsukasa? What if the Tsukasa they see in the future is Tsukasa? So I'm trying to logically think about it like this. Oh my god, so many pieces just clicked in my head. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I think so. I just got chills. Thinking about this, I just got chills. Okay, crackpot theory incoming. Tsukasa here. If we are to assume what Teru said, that the house is on its own timeline, Yashiro and Ko went to the past. What if... I'm trying to think about this. What if Tsukasa here, they influenced him and he said, yup, I decided to stop not doing anything too. Tsukasa returns 6 months later. What if that is Tsukasa? That is Tsukasa going back. Whatever the being he is talking with that he granted the wish with, he came back and the being is literally on his chest. He's talking with this being frequently. So they're buddy-buddy. This being might have been like, okay, Tsukasa, you can go back. And so he left this like limbo dimension and went back to his family 6 months later. And the reason Tsukasa seems so weird now is because this being has attached itself to Tsukasa. And that's why he's talking about people's wishes and things like that. He's talking about what? Oh no. The implications of that theory, that would mean that Yashiro and Ko are the reason Amane killed his brother. Because they influenced Tsukasa to go back. And Tsukasa, as we see here, let's let the rest of the scene play out. Let's go home together. And he jumps through the well. Which if we're considering that well to be a passage between like the far shore and the near shore, what if that passage led him back to the real world? That's what that is. He went in the hole once, and that's how he ended up in this limbo area of the Red House. And then he now is going back to reality. Okay, Amane dies at age 13 after killing me. That was like the worst thing to tell him. Because if you're trying to tell him that Amane loves you, like you're trying to tell him you don't know what your family feels like, they love you or whatever it may be, telling him that his own brother kills him is... I don't know what kind of twisted thinking that put in Tsukasa's brain. What if that put in Tsukasa's brain, he's like, my brother's way of showing love is killing me. Like, let's see Tsukasa's reaction here in a minute. He's wishing he runs it all himself. I want to get to know him better after all. That's such an interesting statement coming from your own twin brother. To be like, I want to get to know him better after all. But then my biggest thing here is this face. He seems elated at the fact that Amane is going to kill him. He seems elated at that fact. So, what if through Ko telling Tsukasa that all the above, your brother loves you, like whenever your family dies, it's really hard, and the whole spiel that Ko gave him, and then following it up with telling him that Amane dies at 13 after killing you? What kind of twisted thinking that could put into Tsukasa's head of being like, oh, my brother loves me and he's gonna kill me to show his love for me or something like that. I don't even know what kind of twisted thinking that could put in Tsukasa's brain. He's already not normal. And I'm not trying to like insult or use it in an insulting way or something, but Tsukasa is clearly not a normal kid. Clearly not. But I think this just only made it worse. So Tsukasa comes back 6 months later. It's not a fake Tsukasa. It is the real Tsukasa. You two, Ko and Yashiro, influenced him to go back. You affected the past, which affected the future. If they had done nothing in that house and not influenced him, but then again, it's also that paradox thing of like, there was no way they weren't gonna do anything. Because the present, this is where time shit gets so confusing, because Amane killing Tsukasa happened because they went in the past and got Tsukasa, or motivated Tsukasa to come back, and that then led, so it's like a paradox thing of like, it just loops back on itself. Oh my god, this is, this video is so long. I've been recording for an hour and 10 minutes. I cannot stop myself. This is so good. This is the best episode of the show by far, and this plot that they're threading here, the implications of possible things, is nuts. Oh my god, this is crazy. And then you can think about it like this. Maybe Tsukasa getting this like twisted version of love in his head, where Amane killing him is Amane showing his love for him and whatever it may be. It could also be I'm reading into that wrong and Tsukasa's just twisted enough that he really wants his brother to kill him or something. But going off of what Ko told him about how, you know, your brother kills you and then dies at 13, and that he loves you, put those two together, it's very hard for a 4-year-old to conceptualize that. And who's to say, in this elated face here of him being like, I wonder how he kills me, I can't wait to find out. What if the reason Amane kills Tsukasa is because Tsukasa, once they reach that age, pushes him to kill him? What if that's how it goes down? What if literally because of what Ko and Yashiro did here in the future, in the past, time shit's so confusing. Tsukasa goes to, I'm sorry, I'm doing such a bad job of putting this into words, guys. I'm so sorry. But Tsukasa goes to Amane when it's time for him to die, and he's like, how are you gonna kill me? How are you gonna kill me? And what if that ends up, he's the one who ends up pushing Amane to do it? The only reason Amane kills Tsukasa is because Tsukasa was told in the past by people from the future that Amane kills him, so Tsukasa then pushes Amane to kill him. Like, it's just, I don't know. I could be so wrong about all of this, but that feels like this is what this is pointing to. The Tsukasa that reappears 6 months later is Tsukasa, and the implications of that being the case, the implications of this scene and how this could have affected Tsukasa's thinking, the implications of what it could mean for why Amane killed Tsukasa in the first place. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on about how insane this reveal is and how insane this whole plot is. Like, this is, oh my god, I have to cut myself off because I'm just gonna go on and on and on and on and on, and I will never stop, because this has so many layers of a domino effect of Yashiro and Ko appearing here and changing Tsukasa's mindset like this. Them influencing Tsukasa to go back is the domino effect for so many things happening. And the crazy thing is, it's that paradox I talked about where it's people from the future coming into the past, telling somebody something that affects what they do going forward, that then affects the present as well. It's insane. Fucking insane. I gotta cut myself off. I have to edit this. I have been talking for an hour and 13 minutes at this point, so I am going to cut myself off. But this is the best episode of 12 Bound Hanako-Kun. This is the best arc of 12 Bound Hanako-Kun. This is the best stuff this series has put out yet. This was incredible. This episode was so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know. I gotta wrap it up. I really need to edit. This is gonna take me forever. Anyway, I think it is gonna wrap it up from reaction to 12 Bound Hanako-Kun Season 2, Episode 22. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope you all have a good day.